Welcome back into another check-in with Xian. We just added a new character a couple days ago. This is Li Man. We're gonna play around with him. He's kind of interesting. He has a new mechanic that we've only really kind of seen in fortune telling before, where he kind of has stances he can shift back and forth between. Taking a look at our starting trait here, we have the Immortal Body. When we absorb cards, we cannot gain cultivation. Instead, we add physique. And then during battle, we can't gain ki. Instead, we gain physique. We start with a card, Double Stick. This is a pretty interesting piece and really probably the centerpiece of your build. It is an attack card. When you start battle, you're in fist form, so you'll get the fist effect. And then if you have a card that makes you switch stance, you'll go into stick stance. So if this was the only card that did this in your deck, round one, you would get the fist effect where we add defense for every physique. And then we would switch into stick and we'd go around. And when we come back, we would be in stick stance and we would get the additional attack based on our physique. And then we would switch back to fist. And it's just going to bounce back and forth. Once we get all the way up to incarnation phase, this actually boosts up to gold dragon stick, which adds a bunch of force. We gain some extra HP per our physique, and if we're in stick, we get a multi-attack, which is pretty powerful. Pretty good card. Next up, we could pick Counter Move. This is, again, another nice one. It doesn't switch us between stances, but whatever stance we're in will get an effect. Either way, it's a good defense card, and then we could either get Reduce Incoming Damage, which is nice, by 50%, or we could deal 6 damage every time we're attacked. So if you place this correctly and someone's doing a 3 or 4 or 5 hit against you, you actually have a lot of retaliation damage from that. Indomitable Will, if we're in fist, we reduce the incoming attack damage, and when gaining a wound, we lower the count. And Staff is the same, but we decrease the stacks of decreased attack. This makes me think of the agility card that gives us a stack of minus attack. If we timed it right and we had the right stance shifting so that we made sure we were in staff when that hit, we could not gain the minus attack from that. And that would really keep us moving along nicely with agility. Here in Shift Stance, we gain 2 copies of Shift Stance. Gives us just 10 agility, so right out of the bat, it's giving us a chase. And then if we're in fist, we gain extra agility. If we're in stick, we gain extra attack. And we could use this either 2 copies of it, or we could combine it if we only need the 1, and really control what stance we're in, aka, especially if we want to use that. I think it's Stygian agility, whatever that card is. I think that's a good use for that. And then finally, we could attain ki, where we get our lost cultivation back, and then we change our mortal body into Surge of Ki, which gives us, when we're in fist, we gain extra agility when we gain force, and if we're in stick, we gain extra ki every time we chase. I don't know if we're looking to have a lot of ki in this build. I'm kind of thinking we're going to go agility and force, and we're just going to try to be really, really speedy. And we're going to need a lot of physique for a lot of these cards. And notice none of the things he does gives us physique beyond taking cards for absorb. So I think we're going to really try to focus on picking up some cards that give us physique early with the eye of trading those out later on. All right, let me go ahead and find a match, and then I will bring you guys back in and we'll see how we can do with Li Man here. All right, we found a match here. Looking to be a lot of sword in this lobby. There's some nasty cards they've re-added to the sword people. Some extra ki and some force. Remember, we could turn ki into physique. That would be fine. We can just add some physique from this attack. That does hit harder. Force would make me do that. Gain defense. Yeah, I think we're going to go with that for round 1. Absorbing these cards would give me physique. Do I want to absorb? I think I'm going to trade out. We're probably going to stay here for a second, and we're going to really look for another exercise fist probably, and maybe something else that adds physique at low level. See what our fates could be. I don't hate that. I don't know if I would grab it though. Reduce incoming. Yeah, okay, that would be fine. Yeah, I'm gonna grab that. I do think we're gonna try for that build. All right, let's see if we can just survive the early game. I'm willing to actually take some losses early on, as long as I can get that physique up. Because like I said, we're gonna kind of abandon physique at some point, and so I need to build it up early, especially because we have so many things that scale off of it. Yeah, beautiful. Even if I lose this, I'm gonna be pretty happy. Can I get one more physique here so we can? Yeah, yeah. Okay, I've never been so happy to lose a match before. I will definitely take that. I don't really have a great plan here. I think we're just going to go elixir because there's some cards that when you absorb them, they give you cultivation. And I think that's like one of the very, very few ways that I can kind of like speed us along. Good grab there. We don't really have any crash stuff. Extra defense. Excellent. Drop a debuff. That would be fine. Do that, maybe? I would love it if we could just grab one more copy here. We're going to be stuck here for a minute. I can't really speed this along like normal. We could add physique. For every 6, we have 6. So we have our full scaling here. If we didn't, maybe I would absorb a card. I think I'm just going to go with that. Like I said, I'm willing to actually take a few losses here early on, especially as long as that gets me the physique. We're going to really be looking for exercise tendons and whatever the blue version is. Okay, give me a big hit. Nice. All right, we got our money's worth out of that one. Can I get one more physique? Nice. Beautiful. Still at physique cap. Still happy to be losing. We do have our breakthrough. Do I want to... I do think I will break through. Permanently gain 1 HP after each value you lose. That's just so low. I'd rather have the counter move. So we will grab that. Okay, so we're going to start in stick form. We could do damage back for each attack we take. I do think I want this to be a little sooner. Alternatively, instead of defense, we could just take HP. I do probably like that more. And we're not going to use you. I wouldn't mind the force. Combine that. Okay, let's... Okay, I don't hate that. Alright, normally I keep that card, but maybe not this time. Decase debuffs. We do have 3 mice in here. Maybe we hang on to that. We may build up an exorcism elixir on the chance that we need that. You know what? Maybe we go that. It's not quite the right order, but I panicked. Just guarantee myself the physique there with a little bit more damage. Although maybe with the force it's not as good now that I think about it. We'll see. Bonk. Okay, and then we get that defense. You gonna hit me? Okay, I need 2. I need 1. Come on, let me get around one more time. Give me my physique. Nice. I can't believe I'm actually keeping that. I'm normally really bad about getting my physique up in a reasonable amount of time. Physique plus 3. That's all the way into purple. I don't know if we would want that at that point. Whenever you play an HP, we're not playing a ton of those. Some guard would be valuable. We can't use any key until we get to the end of the game, though. Although I guess we would get this when we get our key back. Let's take the earlier power on the off chance that that's relevant. Add 1 defense for each 2, so that'd be 8 defense currently. Combine you. That does give me cultivation when I get to do those combines. Okay, that would have been better there. You're kind of the odd man out at this point. Ooh. Okay, physique plus 2. Again, I'm willing to take losses for the physique. Get physique. Okay, get extra. Let's do it that way. I ran out of time there. Playing too slow, learning a new character. But this will give us a lot of physique. We're not in any danger. We're not like horrendously losing these or anything. Yoink. Alright, I only need 3 more. Only need 2 more. And and only need one more. Beautiful. Man, if we were on a character who could break through with physique, we would be rolling. Okay, we have overcapped, which is great, and we actually won. Beautiful. We could break through. Okay, max HP. Yeah, we'll definitely do that. I don't care about that. I think we will go for the breakthrough here. Bunch of HP. No, we're going to take Indomitable Will with an eye to that agility card. Okay, probably don't need you. I don't have any key. Key +1, agility +4. Every card could be crash. 2 stacks of hexproof could prove useful. Okay, I'm running low on time here. Let's at least have a card in my slot. I think this is still fine. That's no good. Okay, I'm gonna save that for maybe a combine. I can't really push my cultivation ahead, so people are vastly outspeeding me. That is something I'm definitely noticing. In a lot of lobbies, I tend to throw cards quick and fast, so I tend to get to go first. Big hit against me, ouch. We did max out our physique yet again. Okay, there we go. Don't start nothing, won't be nothing. I don't really care for this, but that does give me a cultivation by doing combines. Max HP, yes. Transfer a debuff. Don't think so. Yes. Okay, so physique +1. And then we gain 3 attack and 1 physique during our next 2 attacks. So that'll give us 1, 3, 4, 5 physique, and we only need 4 to keep going. So that's plenty of physique. Yeah, we don't need to go any further. So I could definitely just take the win here if we get that far. Are you doing big damage anywhere in there? It's probably better. Okay. I'm really just hanging on to these hexproofs in case these mice switch over. I'm kind of worried about one of them going for a bunch of internal dam, or whatever that's called, the dot. Until I'm pretty certain that none of them are going to do it, I'm willing to hang on to those. It would just give me physique anyways, and I'm already basically at cap. Yeah, look at this. Boom. And boom, and we're there. Very nice. I really could use another exercise fist just to combine that and then free up a slot. Okay. Note, we did just have Flame Flutter up here. Maybe just time to make an adjustment here. Did win that. Beautiful. Okay, Bear the Load's pretty good. Okay, here we go. Another good one. Okay, here we go. Absorb for Destiny +2. Yoink. Okay, that is going to be one of our big damagers. I think I'd rather play that. Okay, we're not going to play you anymore, I don't think. E +2. Okay, maybe it's time to bring you out. And we don't actually need the key, but what that's doing is that gives us force. And then force during your next 2. So we'll have force here and here. Let's just hit bigger with that force that we've got. Bear the Load is also pretty decent. I'm not chasing yet. I don't have a great time to stick that in, though. It does give me more physique. I'm doing fine. I only need 4. Yeah, we're definitely going to hit 4 here. I think I even want to make that quicker. Oh, I'm not going to gain that force there because I need to hit him with a force crush there. Okay, that's fine. It is my hardest hitting card at the moment. Okay, we're already maxed out. Bump. Okay, not terrible. Okay, get the defense. Okay, here's where we kind of fall down a little bit. Yeah, that second round, this force right here is kind of eh. Breakthrough. What would I stay here for? More bone exercise, more windward palms, eh. Yeah, stance shift, yoink. Okay, we have a combine. You combine you. I don't think we're keeping you. I don't want to gain 3 stacks of flaw for sure. Apply and gain new. Actually, now that I think about it, maybe that would work. Force plus 3. Yeah, we can't do key. Okay, let's throw you in. All right, we could start doing some chasey stuff here. Okay, let's pull you out. We could start really early. Okay, so we're in fist, now we're in stick. And we'd be in stick when we get here. So we would do damage and we'd switch back to fist and we would lower incoming damage. Yeah, sure, that's fine. I think you're out. I don't hate that one. I think we're done with HP. Done with that. Maybe I need to get this hand dealt with. I have another copy of my agility card too. I didn't manage to get in yet. Okay, we need to gain 2 more. We should make it at least exercise marrow, so we'll be fine. Yeah, there we go. Bad timing on that, unfortunately. I think we're going to be doing just fine here. We're in stick. Yeah, we grossly overdid that. Okay, right now I don't think we need exercise marrow. Draw a secret enhancement card. That was not what I was supposed to do with that. Nice. Okay, we don't need you, we don't need you, we don't need you. 3 damage for each force. No, I think we're going to keep that. I don't think we're using you. All right, we need to get you in here. Let's do that. Let's just get it done. So, stick, back to fist. Okay, I don't want to do that. I would like to get those extra attacks. So, we're in stick stance. Now we're in fist stance. Now we're back to stick stance. That's fine. You're not doing much for me at the moment. I don't think that's happening. Gain 1 agility, up to 10 for each 4 physique. So that actually gives us enough for another chase. I think we're okay here. Right, you're not useful at the moment. No. Oh, shoot. We're full up already. All right, maybe we've hit that point. Okay, I'm feeling pretty good here. She has 12 cultivation ahead of me. Just to throw that out there. When we get that final unlock and we get all of our cultivation back, that should help us out a ton. But man, I'm noticing that in the moment. Could really use another Windward Palms right now. Okay, well, I mean, we know where she's probably building. Oh, yeah, that's gonna be a rough one. Okay, preach key, we gain force. That might be useful later on. No here. No there. No. We're up against Mousy. She is not currently doing internal stuff. I think we're done with the defense ones. Yeah, we'll use that if we're gonna keep it. No, okay. Absorb that one for sure. I think we're done with that one. So I need to gain 3. We should definitely be able to gain 3. I don't think we actually need this anymore, but I don't know what I would... That's no good. When you play the next crash... I mean, I guess it's still 11 damage, right? Yeah, I guess that's all right. Do I need to keep this? I don't think we use this. I think that's gone. This one... I think that might have value. I'm gonna hang on to that. We can't speed ourselves up anyways, so... Yeah, 29 to go. It's gonna take me a hot minute. Especially if she's at 42! Oh my goodness. Okay. No reason to panic here. We're gonna be just fine. He says nervously. Alright, hopefully she has not switched over. She looks like she's doing hexagram stuff. She did not switch over to internal. Okay, a bunch of agility. Nice blocks. More agility, a little heal. Poke, poke. Okay, we are overmax on our physique. Think we're gonna be just fine? Yeah. Just some straight up attack buff would be rather nice too. And whenever you play an HP, yeah, we're not really doing HP cost stuff, unfortunately. Yoink. Yeah, okay, hang on. Let's get this in here. We do have lots of things that have multi-attack. Switch you. No. Rip, rip. I think we're done with I think we're done with Exercise Fist. It's just not happening. We're not struggling to keep that up. Oh, why am I allowed to break through all of a sudden? I thought I wasn't allowed to use that. I'm not going to say no because I am feeling it. Yeah, restore my mortal body, please. Yeah, whew, indeed. Okay, so now... Every time I gain force, I gain agility. Every time I chase, I gain ki. So now I can do ki stuff. I wasn't really ready for that. I didn't think that was coming here. Both of those still could have use. Every time I chase, I gain 2 ki. Cost up to 2 ki. So we could do this after our first chase if we wanted. Gain a force and add 3 attacks. So we could gain 2 force and we could do a 16 attack. I don't know what I would put out for that, though. We also just upgraded to the red stick. I think this is faster. Yeah, that's faster. Yeah, we have 1 less attack, but we'll just get it up and be attacking right off the bat that way. Maybe that doesn't matter. Yeah, so get our... Okay. Okay, not doing any internal damage. Okay, I did just notice we just did our fist one. I really would prefer to be in stick for this, so we need to try to move this around so that we're in stick when we get there, at least the first time. Yeah, look at that. 35 damage on stick. Maybe that's okay, though. Maybe getting all that force is pretty decent. I think this is just fine. Okay, no, I'll take the Desi. Oh, nice. Okay, I think we're done with you. Gain 4 force, so... right here. That puts it really deep in there. I like counter move, but is it still... Counter move will be pretty good against unrestrained, I guess? Either the reduction or just the fighting back portion. Okay, no here. Let's do a combine. We're not spending that. Are any of you doing internal? You are, but you're almost out. I think we're done here. Okay, we could add one of these. Let's pull you out for now, and let's just see. Okay, so we're in stick stance. Now we're in fist stance. Still in fist. We gain a bunch of force, and we come back around. Now we're going to be in stick, fist. Okay, that's... if I'm counting that right... I think we're okay. Man, that's a little bit of a mind bend there. Get rid of that. We're not playing that. I don't think we're playing that. I will hold on to this on the off chance that I need to have it for now. Up to 3 key. This may actually be something. This may actually be something. We'll see. We can build up quite a lot of key if we put this towards the end. Okay, we get a chase. We get that off. We get poked. Hit him. We are 4 down still on physique from our cap, though. I am noticing that. Notice I've lost most of my physique cards. Still in stick form. We have a ton of physique, or a ton of agility. We have 2 chases in us. Poke, poke. Okay, that's totally fine. We're building up too much agility, weirdly enough. Yeah, too much agility. So I actually could, like, remove this guy right here, and we would still have the chases. Take my destiny. Add 1 key in agility. Okay, we're not doing that stuff. Maybe we're still doing that. I'm not doing you. This is a big maybe. If we do switch over to a crash fist thing. Max HP is increased by 2. Yes, please. Okay, you're still in. I don't think she's going to be that big a threat. I just don't think we're slow enough that that matters. She is building into it, though. I'm going to hold on to it. It's not going to change anything at the moment. What am I at? 57? Okay, this is before this turn, so she will go first, almost certainly. We're still running too much agility here. Crash Fist isn't going to do anything. Okay, I'll tell you what. Let's drop this in here and see what it does. So I'm going to hang on to this just on the off chance I'm counting wrong, but I don't think I am. I don't know why. Why did we get so ahead? Oh, here we go. No, you're not agility either. Oh, I see. When we're in fist, we gain an additional 4. Okay, we build it up a little bit. All right, let's see if this is still okay, or if that did mess me up. We don't really want to be floating that much agility, because agility is not doing any scaling or anything for me. Every turn, we'd like to have 10 so that we can chase, essentially. Okay, we're out, but then our next card gives us, and then we chase into that. Okay, we are low here on this run. Gains a little more there. Okay, 41 damage. Yeah, I think that's going to do just fine for the moment. Now we're at 22. Okay, so we build up on the second run is where we kind of get ahead of ourselves. But then we'll be just fine right here. Okay, yeah, that's working. That's working for me. Yes, we'll take the extra HP. I would like to combine that. 2 more for each force. I don't know if we're doing that. Okay, this is the one I was thinking of. Gain 1 stack of decreased attack and agility plus 10. But I don't really need that. We're getting our agility from shift stance. So I guess this idea for my builds isn't even really needed. So in round 1, we miss out on 1 chase. But on round 2, we have it. These people are going to kill me before we get into round 3, I think. I don't see that coming back around. Vast Universe, I also don't see that being a thing for us. We will do that. We will do... excuse me? Oh, you were unupgraded? I thought I was running an upgraded one this whole time. Wow, okay. Alright, that's not happening. That's not happening. She's still here. No. You were that one. Okay, I think we're done with that. I'm just gonna get rid of these. I don't think either one of these is gonna switch. They're too far into their builds for it. Chasing, double doing. That's not a lot of kill power. That is a lot of kill power. We'll see how we do here. I have a feeling that this one's gonna be my bane. She's also getting there. Have we even fought her? I don't think we've fought against this one. I think we're fine there too, though. If we're not, we're pretty deep in here. We still have counter move. Counter move could help us out by getting that reduce incoming attack damage by 50%. But I don't know if 50% even saves us. Once those understrained swords get going, they just hit so fast and so hard. Really could use some more of those attack elixirs. Yeah. All right. Are we going to be fast enough? Are we good enough? Okay, 7. Remember, that's 70% bonus damage there. Yeah, it begins. Can I survive a second hit from that? Oh, she doesn't have a second one. Thank goodness. Okay, I think I'm fine then. Ooh. If she had another copy here, though, I think this would have killed me right there. That's not great. Add 1 force for each key. Ironically enough, that's not a problem. I think I'm actually just going to take 2 more HP. Yes, thanks. Not doing any of that. 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 Wow, what a whiff. No, no, no. Okay, I mean, this could work, but what would I do with it? Okay, so this switches me into stick. This switches me into fist. We come into this in fist where we gain force and HP, and then we whap them really hard. We're still in... Okay, now we're in stick. This takes us into fist. This takes us into stick. So on round 2, we get double attacks. I think this is fine. I think this is just fine. I was just thinking I could combine shift stance and we could put either crane footwork back in or we could get blink in there. I don't think I need to, though. I need an upgrade for this, really. We need 5. Yeah, 5's our cap. We're keeping this nice and capped. Gain 1 HP for every 5. So we're gaining 14 HP. And for every 9, we're gaining... What would that be? 7, I think. Attack. Yeah, I think we're fine. It's just a matter of, can they kill me before I get to really round 2? I'm not really killing on round 1. Well, round 1 for me, it's still round 1 for them if they're slow. We are chasing every single, well, almost every single turn. So we're getting through this lickety split. 3 out of 9 force, 7 out of 9. And there's her big hit. And then there's my big hit for 41. Agility into more agility. We have 2 chases. That's 1. And we get the kill there. So if we didn't there, we'd hit this and chase into that. Yeah, we're fine. I mean, that would be fine, but we're not using it. We're definitely not using you. There we go. There's an increase. I guess round 2 we do this anyways. And this slows me down ever so slightly, but it doesn't really matter. That gets me 2 more damage here. We're not losing by 2 damage, so I'm going to leave that for now. Cream footwork, yes. Now that I have a spare. I think I probably should have done that a little earlier. I think we're committed to we're not doing that. I don't think we're going to be able to switch to a crash thing either at this point. I think we're too deep. Ooh, okay. If we're not doing it, beautiful. Okay, if it becomes pertinent, we could heal ourselves more. You're down to 1 HP? Who beat you the second? You must have beat him. Okay. This will be our first fight against her, I'm pretty sure. Or maybe we fought her in like round 1 or 2 before her build came together. Yeah, maybe we did, because I do remember getting fired. Okay, get our physique going. Little defense. Not gonna matter this turn, really. Okay, get the force, and then bwop. 25 is not bad for just that little hit there, either. Okay, can we get a chase? Yes. The chase is giving me the key I need for Mighty Force. Minus 38. Beautiful. We were not in any danger or anything there either. Yeah, see, this is the card I was thinking of. Talent Elixir. I think if we had this before we had gotten fully leveled up, that could have been useful. Okay. Physique plus 1, HP plus 5. Add 3 attack and 1 physique during the next 4 attacks. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that's fine. That'll keep us nice and topped off. Ooh, beautiful. Beautiful. Okay. Surging Waves, very good on my other build, but not really for this one, I would say. I think this is basically the build. We really need some more Mighty Force. Gather would be nice. I don't think we can get any more of these. If I could combine those and we could put a crane in there in its stead. But this is just better. I think this is just better. Alright. Did she get enough unrestrained sword to kill me? I'm pretty certain this is going to finish her off. It's highly unlikely she landed at 1 without her talent. Did you have a save my life? Mad Obsession? Maybe not. She did Mad Obsession twice. I don't think she's got me here. We're just too fast. And you have to eat 1 big hit, though. Whoop. Yep. And we chase into hits, and she's down. That should be the end of you, right? Negative 31. Yes. And there it is. Li Man. Little bit different. I don't think I would have taken the minus wounds, minus attack thing. I thought we were going to want Strix's agility, but it turns out we just don't need it at all. So a different fate could be picked in there. Some extra, just whatever else would have been just fine. So yeah, I'm liking this character. I also think the couple games I've played with him have helped me get a little bit better about actually getting my physique up. I think too often I'm too greedy. There's no point to be at 100 destiny and like 15 physique out of 40. I might as well be at 80 destiny and have 80 out of 80 physique. That's just so many freebies I'm missing out on, especially because a lot of the high-end cards all scale off of physique, and just not having that before you get to the end game, where you kind of take the physique cards out, generally speaking, is probably a better build. All right, there's Li Man, the new character. Really enjoying him. I had a lot of fun with him. Hopefully you're still enjoying Xian. I don't know how many more of these I'm going to do, but I felt like doing it, so there you go. Hopefully you enjoyed this one too, builders. All right, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Babble out.